Currently, probably you've heard everybody say the jobs are not easy to get in Dubai, and I think it's everywhere in the world right now. So I decided to make this year a year that I will keep on sharing my experiences from when I started in Dubai to where I will be at that moment. And today specifically, I'm going to tell you my steps that I've gone through for 5 years in Dubai to be where I am right now. There have been lessons. Has it been easy? No, but it's been a beautiful journey. And you who just joined Dubai, who just went to any country that is new, come and let's walk the journey together. But first, please subscribe to this channel. Click that red button. I love to have comments because I am a student of life. Every single day, I know that I learn 1 or 2 things. So please leave a comment. This year is going to be massive with videos of me, different people, different learnings in different areas of life. So let's dive in. First advice that I want to tell you is perseverance. When you are leaving your country as a mother, as a father, as a person who just graduated, as a person whose life has come to a standstill and you really want to upgrade it, I would say please carry a whole bag of perseverance. Why? Because these countries usually operate in a different way from your country, especially if you're African. We don't have a lot of privileges when we are out of the country. In fact, even in our own countries. Now, most of the times when you come to the country, you have this confidence because from your country you've been working probably in the bank or what. I was a photographer for 10 years. I had encountered different people, but this is a new country and the way they operate is different. I failed like 20 interviews, to be honest. Then I did an interview with a company which was hiring it, and this is how I got the job. So I go to an interview and I get interviewed and I said, oh, I think I passed. But then to get an email, I had failed. This was a company that I love. After failing that last interview of a company that I really loved to work with, I went back to my email that they sent me that I've not passed. And I sent them an email and I said, can I at least get reasons for my failure? And this is what the person told me. He said, you know what, every brand looks for different people, so probably it was looking for a different kind of people, but not you. The rest of the things were perfect, but I was scheduled for another interview after like 1 week by the same company but a different brand. And then after that I went to the interview, and at that time it was just 1 week to the expiry of my visa, and I did the interview. Now this time, because it was a second interview, I thought I'm going to get the job like that. They did not tell me you got the job. They told me we will call you back. And in my head, I sat and I was like, do I go home or I should stay? And I had only 2 days to go. Now, I flew back to Uganda. On landing, I was told I needed to come and sign my offer letter. Now, this is why I'm talking about perseverance. You might not do it in the same way that I did it, but in any way, you need to persevere. You need to look at something and say, I want this and I'm going to get it. The reason for perseverance basically is without it, you cannot go to the next level. Now, let's think about after you have persevered. Now, you need to start to be ambitious. You start to write down what you want to be in this new country that you've joined. Most of the times we come with the aim of working for 1 year and then leave. For me, sometimes I feel like that is the main cause of us doing jobs we don't like. Because you get this job and you say, I want to go home. So your mind is literally in a state of going home. It's not in a state of knowing the new things in the country. It's not in a state of knowing what opportunities are in this country. But when you are ambitious, you start looking out. What more can I do? When you are a sales associate and you start looking around your workplace, you start thinking, what more can I do? Always ask, what more can I do? You think about why you left your country, because we all know east to west home is best. We all want to be home. but because we have a life that we are looking at, that we want to be better. What is this going to do? It's going to take you into like looking at the things that you have to do next after your current job. When I moved from the Miss Selfridges, I started working in Topshop, I started working in Victoria's Secret. All this was a lot of being ambitious and also persevering every single day. So as long as somebody doesn't beat me, doesn't take away my salary, I think everything else I can overlook at it. Why? Because I'm in this country, I'm not at home, I'm here to work. So that should be at the back of your mind. Another thing would be avoid negativity, because there's a lot of it on the table. There's a lot of you can't do this. There's a lot of this can't be for Africans, in this case, any other country. I want you to put yourself in a circle of being limitless. But you can only do this if you avoid negativity. Now, when you start to be in a new country and you've been there for like 2 years, you realize you will lose a lot of friends. For me, this has happened a lot because as I continue to transition from one place to another, empowering myself in different ways, I started to leave a few friends, not in a bad way, but because they were not in the same circle that I was. There was a lot of complaining, and I wasn't going to be into that kind of place. I didn't want to be in that circle. Now it's a matter of looking into your first 5 friends. What do they think on a daily basis? When something happens to them, how do they take it? Do they complain? Do they ask themselves, how can I solve it? So you need to think about what you want exactly. But one of the things is avoiding negativity. Find your tribe. Find the people that are in line with what you want, because this is a new country. It's not home. No one is going to pamper you. But if you choose to say, this is what I want to be, and you look for the people that think the same, and sometimes there's something you need to know. You might be alone. You might be left alone many times for a while. But if you're ambitious, like I told you, you're okay with being alone. Your tribe will find you. You don't have to struggle to say, I want to make friends. But what friends do you want to make? You know, in your country, you have your relatives. In the diaspora, in Dubai, people are different. So if you want to be thinking differently, you need to find your tribe. You need to avoid people that tell you, you think you're going to make it? Find your tribe. So I did all this within 4 years. The company decided to empower me with a lot of skills. Now, for the company to invest in you, it's not because they like you. It's because you can contribute more to the business. Now, one of the things that I want to remind you after that is asking yourself, what do you really want? Why are you in this country? If you went there, why are you there? Are you there to have fun? Are you there to make it in life? Are you there to change your life? What do you want? And what this question brings you is, it brings you a vast of ideas. And then in those ideas, you will remain with like 3. It could be finding a career path. It could be having a good network. Mine was building a career path. Sometimes when you're home, we are doing different things because it's home. Anything that comes on the table, you're going to do it. But here, it's more of what career path are you taking? And all this is done by you. Nobody's going to push you to do these things. Sometimes you're going to be in your lonely place and identify what you want, and you start looking out for it. Now you start identifying your career path. Once you identify your career path, now having a career is okay. Starting to be in a nice job is okay. But how do you stay there is the point. What do you have to do is you have to find ways of staying in that place or even upgrading. If you think your old habits are going to keep you in that place where you've gone, no, it's a lie. You have to make sure that you change your habits, your behaviors. How do you collaborate with people? How do you solve problems? How do you take ownership of your life? All those things are going to keep you in that place. Right now, I'm looking at being able to empower anyone that started from zero, because I did. I started from zero. I'm not where I want to be finally, but I am not where I was 5 years ago. If you feel these points have helped you out, share, leave a comment, subscribe, and like this video. And otherwise, see you in the next video.